Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time finding me, hi, I'm Noria. I like to say that I consider myself an average everyday gamer who loves video games, particularly RPGs. Um, and right now, as I'm certain you can see, uh, okay, hold up. We're still on Monday. As I'm certain you can see slash tell, um, I am resuming my playthrough for Disco Elysium. For those who need that info, I play Disco Elysium on Fridays and
Yes.
Sundays. And right now, I could have sworn that
What do
I
you want to
have
know?
asked him about this
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing
pissing
competition.
competition. Yeah, because we've had this conversation
You don't
before.
know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. What's there to say? It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial harbour. Yours or
Uh-huh.
mine, as if we
So those
somehow
are dead
own parts of the city.
information. Got it.
Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion. Well,
Okay.
sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
I.e. doesn't really belong to everybody, but it's a hot
I
potato.
think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not the finest
Ah,
or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
Game
So you
Gitsuragi.
volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary,
Hmm.
somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are two columns. One says cases solved, the other confirmed kills.
Hmm.
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
I'm a highly experimental cop, but if I am right, this is outre, even by my standards.
Really?
I arrive at the scene 3 days early, drink myself to oblivion, fully immerse myself in this reality and then work the case from an angle so crescent fresh it produces never before seen results. Not only for criminology, but for the human mind. I swear.
It can't be that.
The detective is so fucking out of it. Mm. I have a feeling that if I say, of course not, I'm just a drunk, they sent a drunk. What if it, you know, damples his morale? Because to be fair,
Are you sure? Who could say it's not true? If you really don't remember anything, how would you know? We should move.
oh, why did I think it was
Well, technically,
104?
the official record keeper has been known to double count murder-suicides.
A
Ah,
common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats.
hmm.
I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. My fellow officers, the sergeants in particular, would have made this scene into a circus.
So did you volunteer to
Yes,
spoil it?
I'm an unrepentant spoilsport.
I love him so much. Kim Kitsuragi.
The rows are endless. Jean Vicmer, Judith Minot, a special consultant. What was his name? Then the rose degrade into green nothingness.
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Should I try it? It's a white check, so I may retry it when I have my logic high.
Look
If I
at you.
fail, oh, I
It's
succeed.
because
Yeah,
you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
that can be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Damn.
I've considered it.
Ah,
I don't think I can say one way or another. I do think it's somewhat unlikely, though.
why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win. Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through.
Oh,
We've only
Kim
just started
Kitsuragi.
working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there.
It's good for my
So
morale.
no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Oh, Kim Kitsuragi. Okay. We're still going. I wish there was like a map. But it's this. I gained some real. The lorries will be store fuel here. Now they store booze. I swear. Where is the map though?
A
A
Stars
foreign
rifle,
car.
one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives this though?
Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
Estache Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the Stars Raiko.
Let me guess what happened last time, Kim. Blue and white are the colors of Zedmik. Someone pointed it to get him mad, and boom, what happened?
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him
The
out of
fuck?
the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires.
Oh,
They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style.
fuck.
The James community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Damn.
Correction, 4,395, the fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Hate to correct you, Kim, but only 4,395 people were on that
Is
protest.
that so, officer?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take you at your word.
He's so cool.
People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that. 4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were
Only
remorseful.
4?
Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
Only
The
4?
prisons in the greater Revachol industrial harbour are already full. Prisons
course.
are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
Could it be another stage Rico murder? You really should ask me to brief you on the case. But right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and guess the two aren't related. Yes, detective?
They should have left it with
You
blue.
sure you're not Jimsk?
Yes, you're sure you're not. Or if you are, it's only in that Revacholian way. 4 to 5% maximum.
He has such a funny, witty, wry sense of humor that I really enjoy. So, ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. There you go. That's a white tank top. We're talking to somebody.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. The photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm
smile on her face.
The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Okay. I'm trusting you on this game. Because what if she had been Who is this?
Bastards!
Yo.
We have a right to work!
What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Damn, he's pissed.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Then I'm thinking, no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
You said that like twice now.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking
Rights
about?
of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
I don't think I've chosen any
Might be
sides
time.
yet, though.
Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
That is true. They still
I
get
don't
paid a
trust the
salary.
cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work! Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you!
Damn, but the scab leader is very tall,
We
though.
have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Okay.
So do we, Scab.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I am trying to get,
I know
interviewing
nothing
people.
about a murder.
Absolutely nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
It's not a crime it's not a puzzle I need to solve, unfortunately. But this is in my area of
We're not picking
expertise.
a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work! When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together,
What?
decide to block honest work for other people.
But that is not what strikes are for. That is not what strikes do. Usually disruption is also meant to cause change. It depends. It's just it's a part of the tool available within resistance movement. I won't say it's ungrateful people unwilling to work.
Beats me.
This cap leader is just
Mumble
being a
nonsense
jerk.
about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we
Have the right to work.
work!
That's all you've been
There's
screaming.
something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
What do you mean by ill-fitting?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Ah, you wearing new
He
clothes?
ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
So were they
Silence is the
stolen?
answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Hmm.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a
What's
question.
his plan, though?
Why do all these men follow your leadership?
Good question, Kim.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Where are you from?
What's it to you? Big mess caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
I don't trust
Every
you.
once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch. Or you just might be paranoid.
I'm just interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together.
Huh.
Came from the eminent domain.
Suspicious.
Jammer. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the
Oh,
drill.
a bouncer?
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
I think I've been there. Not right now, though, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well.
It was a long time ago. We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the
Main
entrance?
gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open, and try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Ed measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
But how bad could that one person be? You
Bad.
seem big.
Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
You know, for a scab leader, you know a lot about military tactics. I don't trust
I
you.
don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers.
Oh, you sound like
not
military.
fighters. Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
To be fair, so do you.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No. They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
GRIH? The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
A kind of a worm. Content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
But where did they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them very much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
A kind of a worm.
Oh shit, I accidentally did that.
They want to do our job for shittier pay. Gotta be bloody stupid. Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman... We've explained the matter.
Big guy.
Okay.
He means the leader of the scabs.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
Are you sure?
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Oh.
The little boy had a good on his promise.
What promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me.
Yeah, Kuno is like that.
Not mine.
Kuno is like that.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. Guys everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Sounds like Kuno,
Serves me
right?
For doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
The probe into the armor. What did you learn, though?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly.
What
That
sort
was
of
the interesting part.
What sort of technical
I
stuff?
did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How
Okay.
does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove.
Okay.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
Oh boy.
It's implied he finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
And now let me guess. My cop is all like, I must succeed in this.
Mesque is epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way. Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
Manana.
It's the truth.
Body still hanging in the tree?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
So somebody from the union can help me get the body down?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
What does that mean?
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
Exactly.
Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
The fuck is Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini Supremacist there.
Oh boy.
Then press the button to unlock the door. Then go past him again, and you enter the harbour through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
Never gonna happen.
Or you could convert to a semi-supremacist worldview.
Never gonna happen.
Maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has anybody actually attempted to best him in a physical confrontation?
Yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure.
Another thing. What's the strike about?
Serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Okay.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
Yeah, I figured. Team Kitsuragi. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. Measurehead is a powerful man. Measurehead is amazing. That's what everybody says. Measurehead? Hello?
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Damn, Measurehead, you sound like a robot.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
What do you mean by that?
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
Oh, it can smell my alcoholism. Got it.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Is it really that bad? Damn.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink.
Excuse me?
Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Measurehead is so fucking weird. Weirdo. Such a weirdo.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Yeah, the fat racist over there.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me.
Damn.
You were once a noble and powerful race.
Not this white supremacist shit again.
You gave the world eugenics.
Oh, really?
Electricity.
Electricity.
Weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
The fuck is your babe?
Yes, baby, yeah. You know it.
Okay.
There's a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbour.
Should I admit that I think it's... But that's the thing. You're right about all of this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree. Does that affirm me as like confirming to white supremacist ideals? Or can that be written off as me just saying whatever I need to say to get him the fuck out of my way? I can't push him. He's big. Not like I have a lot of strength.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity
The fuck?
by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Measurehead is
Bring
a
your troops
dumbass.
to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is
There
so
may
weird.
be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory.
Wouldn't that
Take you as one of his own.
wouldn't that mean I have to become a feminist supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Wait, what? I could reject the findings, yes. So I can choose to not accept it. You serve the union. Wait, what are those tattoos meant to
Racists
mean?
are generally not very good examples of their race.
Okay.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features.
You're a
This
weirdo.
should dispel any doubt.
You're a
The
fucking
drawings are
weirdo.
precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Yeah. Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Measurehead, babe, who the fuck is talking to you? Shut the fuck up.
Babe, thanks. But I got this. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
But you still serve
Mr.
them,
Clare
though.
is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did.
Damn.
Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
You know, communism is pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you. The fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases.
What has STDs got to do with this?
Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
I've gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine.
You are not having enough
It is
sex.
a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
He's such a weirdo.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminese race.
Who are the
The
Seminese?
South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Indian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you.
Got it.
We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the island?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Simonese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pain.
So you did come from the island?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So what, you're not actually Simonese?
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol.
Right.
The city is central to the Simonese strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world.
Your culture ain't dominating shit.
Enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting that dead body down from the tree.
The fuck?
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be
Give Kitsuragi.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits. A protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone.
Alright, what?
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Should I try?
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
What different races are there? This is trash, but according to conceptualization, it's not something I like. If I want to buy into this, I have to actively buy into it, and I'm like, of course I'm not going to buy into it, but I want to get the body down from the tree. So if we have a conversation for him to think that, yeah, I'm one of his kind, and he helps me with the body, and then I'm like, fuck you, and I just never choose to become a racist.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then, to you, he lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayerlight. A polyculturalist.
Oh boy.
I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself.
This is just
there
disgusting.
Are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty.
You know
Which
what?
one do you need education?
Let's do pedastry.
I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does. You need to first learn about type A and B to appreciate the depravity of the chimeric races.
The fuck is the chimeric races?
Otherwise, it just won't make any sense.
Once again, babe,
nonsensical.
nobody cares.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. You know them by the names of their nation states: the Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Mao.
Your people are
Lahul
jackasses.
is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have
Of course they
eczema.
don't.
Also,
Racist
people
piece
of
of shit.
like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
Of course.
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and
Occidental.
tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
Okay.
Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities.
Type A.
The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
Glandular?
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains.
This guy is just full of shit.
Listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagite are on the ascent. The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Seminese inhabit the southern islands. I am Seminese, from the stock of Ulmuir on Ile de Fontaine.
Yeah, of course you're going to say you're from a stock.
The master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Seminese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Marat to Ansuland. Thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun Occidentals discovered this place. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
I'm just,
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
What about Type B?
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholiers, they are mud-colored.
The Khoikos of Grab, Zhimsk, Chest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Mud-colored?
To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish,
of course,
like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty.
The things we do to get a fucking ass body from a tree.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking al-Ghul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb and for eating potato.
The fuck has potatoes got to do with anything?
Micronationalities au Grad are all inexplicably obsessed with potard. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
As in...
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos. The Revacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial
Type A.
Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
82,000 years?
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive Chespius. The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zaraz-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness.
Your brain is empty. Your brain is empty.
Ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component.
What is your obsession with potatoes?
Enough of Tibet mediocrity. Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptation.
The fuck?
They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Chimeric experiments?
Races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Semenese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Semenese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring.
And you say this based off of valuable scientific data.
All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
Measurehead, I am certain you stink.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile.
Yeah.
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education.
Ah.
Then there is the Semino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Semino Koiki Chimera?
You know, you've told me a lot so far. Let us continue.
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Semenese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Semenese strength and
eugenics. He's talking eugenics.
This will never happen. The Semenese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Semenese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman, or Koika. But
the fuck is this bullshit?
It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Do I understand
you
this?
understand nothing.
Oh.
To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you let me get the body down if I do?
We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way in, without becoming a race theoretician.
Ah. You know what? Kim Kitsuragi, sure, I trust you.
Lost, though. Buckled away at the last gate. This is why your haplogroup will never rise from the ashes. Now, I need to luxuriate in the private company of my babe. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
Such a weirdo. I'm fairly certain that I cannot knock him out, but hey, fail. Yeah.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
Shit.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I'm a cop. Fine.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
Hey. Psst.
Okay.
Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too? So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is, you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism, many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
How come there's word on the
Keep
street?
saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners.
I don't think I said that.
All people who have more than 25 real in their
I have
pocket.
never said that.
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs.
I have never
That
said anything
kind of
like that.
stuff. Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
The fuck?
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do
What?
we get right down to it?
What's the big communism builder?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the
Damn.
spell, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
I am the last communist.
Now get to work comrade. Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what?
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Rhetoric, what?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians. That won't get us anywhere.
True.
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
How am I going to get through the gate?
Way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbour. We're done with Measurehead here.
Fine.
Let's think of something else.
My morale is down again, but at least, thankfully, the last conversation I had with Kim Kitsuragi, boosted the morale a bit so that it wasn't totally, completely damaged by fucking Measurehead. I came this close to becoming a white supremacist because I want to get the damn body down. But like Kim Kitsuragi said, there might be another way, and we just have to find like our route to the other yard. But yeah, this is what I'm going to end today's episode. I caught on communist thought. Let me see. Name after name, none of them is familiar. They seem real. The realization. There's something. Fine. Let me see. People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago, a fever that shook the world, never to return again. They were right until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsible only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been retreating, covered, where it's been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He's a big communism builder. Come, witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. You know what? I will have to think about it. -2 visual calculus. Excuse me? Damn. Maybe not really. Not at this moment. But yeah, this is where I'm going to end. It's a great place for me to end today's episode here. Sunday, we're going to go to the other side of the yard to see how we can get access, because clearly Measurehead is not a good solution. I cannot believe I had to stick through the most racist, white supremacist, eugenics talking point to realize that no good. Thank the heavens from Kim Kitsuragi reminding me that I do not need to put up with that bullshit. There can be another way. This is what I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow with Cyberpunk 2077 or Sunday for more of Disco Elysium. This game is going to take forever because I don't know how to get around and there's no fucking map. Okay, anyway, bye everybody.